Hey everybody, Gene here. Let's run through a quick review of everything you'll need to know to pass your test for the buttered barrier sealant method of window installation. This method of installation is for flanged windows, and when you see flanged windows, that means windows with a nail fin. It uses AAMA method B as the basic strategy, and we enhance that with a cap bead of sealant, which means that after the window's set in place, we're going to put an additional cap bead of sealant on top of the nail fin. And this is a barrier method of window installation as opposed to a drainage method of window installation. A drainage method includes a pan system and some gaps in the sealant at the lower nail fin, but that's not this. We're not going to use that here. This is a barrier method of window installation. Now, I need you guys to know that of all the details to get correct, the rough opening is the most important one, because without a good rough opening, just nothing good is going to happen. If the rough opening is not correct, do not install the window. Go to the framer and ask him to correct it for you. Radius windows can be tricky because radius windows need a radius rough opening. Do not install a radius window in a rectangular rough opening. The correct rough opening dimensions are a ½ inch greater in width and height than the net frame size of the window. A ½ inch greater in width and height than the net frame size of the window. Now the window is going to sit on a level framing sill. So what that means is you're going to have a ½ inch on each side and a maximum of a ½ inch at the top of the window. If the window manufacturer specifies a different rough opening requirement than those I just gave you, go with what the manufacturer says. But I really don't think you'll have that problem because they don't say much usually. The top nail fin should have sealant applied exactly the same as on the side nail fins and the bottom nail fins. You don't treat the top nail fin any differently. In this strategy, you can hold the top flashing up with a staple until a third party has inspected the windows. Then the lath or the siding guy at a future date pops that final staple and lays the flashing down onto the sealant that has set up. If you don't have a third party requirement for inspection of the top nail fin, then you can set your top flashing into the wet sealant. Just know that if you set your flashing into the wet sealant, and then somebody comes around to inspect the top nail fin, if he feels with his fingertips, if he thinks he can feel that top ridge of the nail fin, you may have a bunch of flashing pulled off. The sealant to use is a high-quality polyurethane. Don't use silicone or anything that says easy water cleanup on the tube. You should use all the same products from the same manufacturer when it's possible. Many of the flashing manufacturers today also supply sealant products. I'd use all the products from the same manufacturer because you'll get a much better warranty product when you do that. Here's some things that I think all professional window installers should know. And I get this question a lot. What is flashing? Flashing is a sheet material used to span gaps and manage water outboard of the WRB. AAMA method B uses side flashing that's under the side nail fins. And that's the main difference between the B method and the A method. I just think you guys should know that. There is an A method, and A method has flashing go on top of the nail fin. But that's not used out here in the West very much. All flashing products should be 9 inches or greater. If you have 6-inch rolls of flashing, just leave them in the truck. You should know that NOF, if you see that in print and publication anywhere, that stands for nail on flashing, comes right off the roll, does not have a sticky back. SAF stands for self-adhered flashing. It has a release sheet and is sticky after the release sheet is removed. SAF products are often referred to as bitumen, a bitumen, a peel and stick, or just a waterproof membrane. Now you have to be careful with SPS modified asphalts. They're referred to as rubberized asphalts and could have some chemical interaction problems with some sealants. If you have products touching rubberized asphalt that don't like each other, particularly rubberized asphalt over sealant, it can liquefy. You may have seen black drips running down a wall. That has been because a peel and stick membrane was put over sealant that it didn't like. So the safest thing to do is to consult the manufacturers, make sure that the sealants that are being used are compatible with any peel and stick membranes you might be using. SAF membranes are also made from butyl-based materials. These products have a much higher heat tolerance and really don't have any compatibility problems that I know of. Unfortunately, as you can imagine, they're more money. You should always know what type of SAF product you're working with, and that is particularly important because some builders are going to ask you to put as the top flashing. Many builders like a peel and stick SAF membrane across the top, and you don't want to do that if the SAF membrane is not compatible with the sealant that was used. The enhanced B method, we believe that the enhancement to the B method is extremely important because it's going to protect you from future tradesmen such as the Latham fastener application. Also, when you think about siding, the nails that are used to apply siding are often go through our nail fins, especially when you put wood trim around a window. When you picture frame a window with wood, those nails go right through the nail fin, and the enhancement does a great job of helping you avoid those problems. We believe the best fasteners are exterior grade screws, 1.5 inches long or longer. But you know what? If you want to use nails, fine. No problem. Just use galvanized nails and don't be swinging hammers into the side of those windows. We'd prefer you use a nail gun. Keep your fastener spacing 9 to 18 inches apart. Again, unless your window manufacturer gives you a dimension. If the window manufacturer says something different from 9 to 18 inches, then go with what they say. But you probably won't have that problem. Sealant behind your nail fin should be 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch wide. It should be plump or tubular shaped, and it should be positioned on the outboard edge of the nail fin to ensure squeeze out. Here's your flashing formulas. Your lower flashing should be the dimension of the rough opening plus 2 times the flashing dimension. So if you're using 12-inch flashing, it'd be your rough opening plus 24 inches. Your side flashing is the rough opening plus 2 times the dimension of the flashing minus 1 inch. And then your top flashing is your rough opening dimension plus 2 times the dimension of the flashing plus 2 inches. This allows you to lap the flashing about 1 inch away from the side flashing on each side at the top. Okay, this has been the review of the material that's required on the final exam. Between this review and the videos, you have everything you need to pass that final exam. Now you'll have 3 chances to pass. You can take the test up to 3 times. So good luck, and don't forget we have video codes. As you watch those video codes, write them down because they are going to be on the final exam. Good luck, everybody, and I hope to see you in the field. Hey everybody, Gene here. Here's your Synergy video code for this video. It's 4001. 4001. You're going to want to write that down. It will be on your final exam. Thanks.